God is strategic. God is strategic about every single thing in your life that concerns you, every single experience that you've gone through, every single mountain that you've had to climb, every setback, every propelling to the next part of your journey. There is a strategy behind it. When you take a look at the vastness of the universe and pay attention to just the stars in the sky, just the sun and the moon and the rotation that we're literally on a rotating planet. I felt like it took a while for me to get that out of me. We're rotating and we're shifting and we're evolving, and things are happening simultaneously in different pockets and in different regions. Make no mistake that when it comes to your life, it's not an itty bitty situation when it comes to God. It just isn't. God is strategic about everything that's happening within your life. And maybe you don't believe in God, and maybe you don't believe in a higher consciousness. Maybe you just simply believe that you're here to just live and float about and go through a couple of experiences, and then one day that all comes to an end. But I believe that there is God. I believe that there is a divine spirit orchestrating so much that's happening within the world. And you can say to yourself, well, if there's a God, then why is there so much evil? That's going to take another video, number one. And number two, if you pay attention to some of the origin of how everything has come about, just know that good and evil have existed since the beginning of time. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day. I want to get back to the point of God being strategic. God is strategic in your life. God is not looking to play a gotcha game. He's more of a I gotcha, not gotcha. There's a distinction. And there's a major shift that's happening that you've already seen, that's being paid attention to. And sometimes we're fooled with the naked eye that things are not really moving and bad always prevails or evil always prevails. That's what it looks like. But there's light in so much. Even exposure, there's light. Even in Revelations, there is light. Even in things coming to the light, that took a lot of light for that to happen. When we think about a dark room and you're not even knowing what's in that room, think about a pitch black dark room. Or if you've ever driven somewhere like either near the mountains or in the deep south, right? Rural areas, there's like a darkness, like a different type of darkness where you're looking out the window and you're wondering if something is looking back at you, but you can't physically see it with the naked eye. But when you take a flashlight and you just shine a light on it, then you begin to see the formation of things, whether it be a tree or whether it be a rock or something else. There is exposure when light is shown. There is a defining of, oh, now I see what's been out there once light is shown, but the light has to be there. And it may not be a forceful light, but it can just simply be a little glimpse, a little bit of exposure, and then you begin to see in the darkness. So God is strategic about your life. God is strategic about the things that you are going through, what you're experiencing, and why you're experiencing them. You have to remember that anytime you pray or ask for something, that there is a whole orchestration to get you what you prayed for. It's like everything in the universe begins to shift, shape, and sort just so you can get what you want. And in the getting what you want, that means what? Some things have to die away. That means including the things on the inside of you that no longer serve you. They have to die away. They have to be removed. And there's certain people that have to be removed. And then there's certain seasons that you would be given something that would not have been equipped. You've been able to be equipped for in another season because you just simply weren't prepared. I think back of my younger self and some of the things that I tolerated or some of the things that I've gone through that I'm kind of like, whoa, what state of mind was I in for me to allow that? What state of mind could I have been in for me to say yes to that, or for me to even think that that was in my realm and sphere of influence? It's because I attracted it with the type of thoughts that I thought subconsciously about myself and what I thought was normal at that time, what I thought was okay, what I thought wasn't a big deal. And as you get older and as you mature and as you begin to clarify things throughout your living existence, then you wonder, oh, I realized I couldn't have handled it then. I couldn't have handled that type of responsibility then. I couldn't have handled that type of emotional overload then, but I can handle it now. So there is a strategy and a synchronization that happens with everything that's going on in your life. And the more that you flow with it, the least delay that you cause. The more that you flow with it, the more you're revealed. The more that you flow with it, the easier it is for you to get to your next destination and your next destination and your next destination. And your pivot becomes smoother and you become more equipped to say yes to things quickly and no to the things that don't serve you. So don't ever be fooled by what you are experiencing in terms of the physical realm or what you're feeling in terms of your emotion. Process it, feel it out, and then and just sort of recognize it for what it is, and then ask, what is it here to teach me? How am I being renewed? What is it offering me in this moment of time? I believe everything has a spiritual significance to it. We're not just here bumping into one another, right? Like just for the sake of it. There's a spiritual significance behind the things that we go through. And there's a maturation period that says, okay, now he's ready. Now she's ready. Like they're ready to go into the next phase, or they're ready to reap what they have poured into, or they're ready for that elevation and for that upgrade. It's all part of the plan and it's all purposeful. So be not dismayed and don't be fooled by what you feel and just see with the naked eye. Trust that there's always some sort of divine revelation that's there to match you and meet you if you are open and receptive to that. What is this here to teach me? How is this making me the person that I see in my visions and I've been praying for and asking about? There are other people that also have to get ready to be a part of your dream and your journey. So when people say like, oh, I met my husband a couple of years ago and it was just like the perfect time and the perfect place, that was an orchestration, right? And then there are things within us that we have to heal and things that have to be eliminated and things that have to be removed in order for us to meet the moment and make sense of that moment and see how that's beneficial to our greater walk and our greater destiny and our purpose and well-being. And so God is strategic about everything that you're going through, and you may feel lost and you may feel like you're bumping into a wall. You may feel confused. You may feel like you don't even know what to do next. And I want you to know that is a sacred place to be. That is a beautiful place to be, because it simply is just fertile territory and new land for you to plant new seeds, and for there to be a revelation, and for there to be a breathing of, okay, that didn't work and that wasn't working, but now I'm here. So I get to have a new blueprint and I get to paint it differently and I get to orchestrate things differently. And that's something that I want to encourage you to welcome and not reject. That's something that I want you to call in and pull closer towards you versus rejecting. Everything is part of the greater plan and purpose, and God is strategic about everything that's being worked out in your life. So I call forth patience towards you. I call forth perseverance, and I also call joy and peace, because just because you're waiting, right, just for things to sort of shift and move and work in your favor doesn't mean that it needs to be dull or that it needs to be boring or that there needs to be resistance. You can welcome in the pain of sort of mourning what you thought might have been or what used to be, while also calling in the purpose and the plan and the pleasure that comes with the revelation of what's supposed to be. Stay encouraged. God is strategic about everything that you're going through. Don't get frustrated. Get focused and trust that you're greater, you're higher, your love, that your tribe, it's ready to meet you as soon as you meet yourself. I love you. I appreciate you. If you want any resources, check the description below, and I'll see you next time.